Legislative Exchange Council is one of our great sponsors, and they are gathered in Indianapolis. They could have gone to Ohio. I don't know why they didn't go to Ohio, but Jonathan Williams, their CEO and chief economist, is there. Why Indianapolis, John?
Hey, you. Welcome from Indy. We have 1,500 of our closest conservative friends here. Record ALEC attendance in recent years. Wish you were here, but we'll get you next time.
Well, what is the main agenda item in this gathering of the American Legislative Exchange Council? By the way, you can go to alec.org, alec.org/Hugh if you want to get a State of the State newsletter. What's the main agenda, John?
Well, there's a lot. That we'll be having Governor Braun here tomorrow morning to talk about Indiana's future and his ideas as the new governor. We had Vivek Ramaswamy just a few minutes ago here speaking. We got a great Ohio turnout, so it kind of does feel like we're in Ohio, Hugh. As tough as a Michigander to say that, we've had some really good Ohio leadership here, and the flat tax was talked about at 2.75, of course, that they just got done with Senate President McCauley on our board. So we're talking about a wide range of issues. We're considering more than 60 pieces of model legislation here this week that our different task forces are debating right now, and our legislators will give final approval on coming out of this meeting. So just a great week, robust conversations, and record attendance and enthusiasm for conservative solutions here, Hugh.
What did future Governor Ramaswamy talk to you folks about?
Well, he had a great message on his idea to take the flat tax victory that was just achieved in Ohio and take it further and get to what I think is the right flat tax, and that's 0% flat tax. And that's was his goal, talking about that, to make Ohio a powerhouse of the Midwest again. I mean, Indiana has been beating Ohio and Michigan for a long time when it comes to rich states, poor states, and being number 3 in economic outlook. I think he realizes that, and it's a major competition. And he wants to make sure Ohio wins it.
Now, John, last week, the One Big Beautiful Bill passed, and I don't quite understand the provision yet about school choice, but Senator Cruz on the floor of the Senate said $1,700 to qualifying individuals who deduct, I think this begins in 2027, maybe 2026, for states that are eligible. Do you have any idea which states are eligible?
Well, it's a great question. And really the theme of yesterday was education reform here, Hugh. We had Secretary Linda McMahon on the main stage keynoting our lunch. And in conversations with her, this is a topic of conversation of legislators asking about that very question about how do we opt in? And I know they're still working with Treasury on rolling out the implementation and the regs on that. But states essentially can raise their hand and say, we want to be a part of it. I think that was part of the compromise, if you remember, giving a couple of hesitant Republican senators to vote for a package that would have automatically opted in all states under the original legislation, the ECCA, that our good friend Virginia Fox has been spearheading in the House for many years. And so that was a little bit of a casualty of compromise, but I still think it's got a great opportunity for states to work to opt in at this point, and just working out the details on what that's going to look like.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what the opt-in is? That's the part I don't understand. What do they have to do to opt in? Because I want to write that check. I'll write that check to any scholarship granting institute. Tax credits are a powerful, powerful thing as an economist. You know that, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a major victory. And in fact, it's part of the school choice revolution that swept the states, passing it at the state level. They're now all the education savings account approaches. We've seen scholarship tax credits. We had our senator from Idaho, our state chair for ALEC, on the main stage at a panel discussion talking about that being Idaho's approach this year to join this education freedom revolution. And so I think, essentially, from my understanding of it, this is early on, obviously, as part of the implementation, Hugh, is that you would have to authorize to make sure you have scholarship granting entities allowed to operate in your state. And that's a cursory understanding of it from my perspective.
Okay, so that's you're on day 4. When do you wrap up the ALEC convention? Is it done tomorrow, or do you go through Sunday?
Tomorrow, yes. We'll wrap up with Governor Braun with a great discussion, breakfast, and then we're going to hear from U.S. Senator Jim Banks, a former ALEC chair here in Indiana. So that's going to be a great wrap to the week, but it's been a phenomenal record-setting week here.
Did you get the Policy and Procedures Task Force off to a good start?
We have two new task forces, as you know, that this is their first official meeting, and the Process and Procedures Task Force, with that really essential discussion around election integrity, is kicked off tomorrow. And so we're really excited and looking forward to that. The one that we did kick off today, Hugh, for its very first meeting is our Veterans and Military Affairs Task Force. And so Lisa Nelson, our CEO, and I were there with our board chair, and it was a full room and so many veterans from different branches there talking about these key issues. So that was an exciting day today. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow, launching that Process and Procedures Task Force as well.
I look forward to a debrief next week. Go to ALEC.org, American Legislative Exchange Council, ALEC.org/Hugh, and find out what they did this week and what they're going to be doing all of this year and next.